Good afternoon. Welcome to this BW Dialogue with Mr. Bhushan Kumar. Mr. Bhushan Kumar doesn't really need an introduction. He's the chairman and managing director of T-Series, which is India's largest music business. He's also an incubator of entertainment businesses and a big producer of movies. He's got a big slate over the last few years. The T-Series involvement in the movie business has only gone up because there are synergies between the music and the entertainment and movie business. Joining me is also my colleague, Ms. Soumya Sehgal, who's the editorial lead at BW Marketing World. So welcome, Mr. Bhushan Kumar, and let me start by asking, the entertainment business seems to be coming back with a vengeance. Look at the box office collections. So do you feel that in the next few months we'll be able to make up for the loss of box office collections over the last 2 years?
Yeah, absolutely, yes. The films like, in past like Pushpa, KGF, RRR, and now Bhool Bhulaiya 2, which we have released, and it's our home production. That has given the respiratory thing which the Bollywood was looking at, means because after COVID, because everybody was dependent on OTT platforms. Okay, the films will come on OTT platform and they will work there only, and nobody will go to theaters and all. But now, thanks to me, I want to thank the audience. They have given so much of love to Bhool Bhulaiya 2, and that has been a very good kickstart for the entire industry, where people were feeling Hindi films are not working. They will only work on OTT, all those things. But now that thing, I think Bhool Bhulaiya has changed that, and we are really, really looking forward for a great future in Bollywood movies.
Okay, and Mr. Bhushan Kumar, the music business is intertwined in some way with the entertainment business, but it has its own life, except the live entertainment. Because one of the advantages of artists signing up with T-Series is that in your movies you can bring that artist to life, and give his or her songs a larger than live release and take it to audiences. Tell me, what has changed in the music business in the last 26 months or so? And what has not changed and is likely to continue with the same amount of energy going forward?
See, from the COVID, when the COVID started and the restrictions forced us to, stay in the house, and there were many movies and many music which was already going to release that time. But that 2 years, we were not able to do anything that way. But immediately after the lockdown, like 6 months down the lockdown, we started in a big way with the non-film songs, and we grew that market, and the artists who were just like a playback singing for the movies and all. And thanks to that non-film songs which we started releasing, it gave life to many singers who were just playback singers like Zubin Nautiyal. People knew him that time also, but he didn't have that kind of face value. So that took up, he got too much of publicity, and people started recognizing him. And today I'm very proud, like the non-film market is equal to the film market of music. And that's the reason, and because we have such a great platform on YouTube, Facebook, and all the OTT streaming sites, the artists get attracted to us, and we promote them worldwide, and they get that kind of mileage. And today we are really concentrating big on non-film music, along with obviously film music.
Okay, Bhushanji, if you had to make predictions for the next 12 months, these days we don't talk of predictions looking 3 years, 5 years, because the business is changing every 6 months, 3 months, definitely in 12 months. If you had to give us some big trends, you've already talked about the fact that the non-film music business is becoming bigger and bigger and is approaching the same size as the film music business. But give us some more trends that are likely to become mainstream and bigger over the next 12 months.
See, the thing is, obviously, I can't predict the future, and I believe in present, and working in present. But I strongly believe the potential of Indian content worldwide with the kind of filmmakers we have the directors we have, the storytelling which is coming. I'm very confident our industry, means our film industry, will go worldwide soon. Means like it is there. There are so many films which have crossed the bridges, crossed the world, and done such great business. Like we are really looking forward to our very very big venture which we are making, Adi Purush, which is adaptation of Ramayana, and that film we are taking really really across the world. Like we are making it, we are dubbing it in English, and we are tying up with international studios and all. So I strongly believe in next the future will be very bright for the Bollywood movies, and the kind of, as I told you, kind of filmmakers and the kind of content I'm hearing, that will definitely go places.
Okay, let me bring in my senior editorial colleague, Ms. Soumya Sehgal, and also Mr. RUHAIL AMIN into the conversation. Soumya, first you, and then RUHAIL. You and Mr. Bhushan Kumar, go ahead, ask him questions.
Thank you, Dr. Batra. So, Mr. Kumar, my question for you is, how are music and film being impacted by the creator economy or the digital collaboration? So there is a significant rise in terms of how content is being collaborated on a digital platform, whether through influencers, whether through brand collaborations. How do you see the film business or the music business being impacted by that?
See, the film business is not impacted. The music business you're talking about, right?
Both of them, if you could give us a sense of both.
The music business is not impacted by digital platform. In fact, it is growing with both music business and film business. Both things are growing with digital platforms. Like when we were in lockdown, means the film industry has no way to earn money or release their movies and all. Thanks to the digital platform, OTT platforms, we at T-Series also released around 12 movies during lockdown. And out of that, many did very well, like Ludo, Haseen Dilruba, and Sherni, Jalsa. So so many movies we released on OTT platform, and it did very well for them, and it did very well for us also. So the music business, like whenever you release music, when a film is promoted, and when it releases on the film releases in theaters, the music business grows, because more and
absolutely
experience music with the film, along with the film. Like we always used to say, if film works, the music grows a lot. So same thing is happening on digital platform. The example is Shershah music, which the film was released on digital platform, and music did very very well after it got released on digital platform. So digital platform is not hurting the music business or film business. It is helping music business and film business. But yes, from last 2 years, people have identified what kind of cinema, what kind of content they want to watch on OTT platform, and which kind of content they want to go into cinema. Like we as producers and creators, we are still figuring out what next kind of structure, what kind of films people want to see in theaters. Like when Bhool Bhulaiya was releasing, I was little tensed about the whole situation, whether it will do business in theaters or no, whether it will do or no. But it did great business. Means we are so happy, we are getting such great numbers. The film has already crossed 120 crores in just 10 days, which is very big. It is the biggest film for Kartik Aaryan. And so things we are learning, like, all the film producers, like the kind of messages I'm getting from the industry, from all the A-lister directors and producers. Thank God this film has worked big time. Everybody is getting that kind of, yes, people still want to come to theater. It is not only the films which are coming from South or English movies are working in theaters, but Hindi movies, the proper Bollywood Hindi movies are also working. But the mindset of people have changed. I guess they have identified in their mind what they want to watch in theaters and what they want to watch OTT platforms. And that's what we are going to do as a studio. Like, I have a big line of movies coming in next 4 years. We have nearly 100 movies. So
Okay.
many movies I'm talking in terms of producing. So there are many movies which will be made for, which will go for OTT release, and there will be many movies which will go for theater release and then OTT and then satellite.
That's great. We're all looking forward. So, sir, since I lead the marketing vertical at Business World, my next question is typically around your marketing strategies. So, since Bhool Bhulaiya 2 is done so well, I would want to understand some of your marketing strategies that you typically, employ for promoting your films. So, any recent, strategies that you may have leveraged.
See, the thing is, the marketing is when you make a correct content. First of all, the content is the king.
Yeah.
If you have a correct content and you make the first teaser and the correct trailer, and which people immediately accept it in large quantity. There are many people, they will like, some people will like, some people will not like. So main key to marketing, like what we did in Bhool Bhulaiya after such a long time, because we were very depressed, the kind of films on the theatrical side, the films were not performing, neither ours, neither other banners. So we were very stressed about it. Okay, what we have to do, either whether we are not doing the correct marketing or what. But what we have realized after the success of Bhool Bhulaiya is content is the king always, which I strongly believe. So the kind of marketing we planned was, it started from the correct teaser and the trailer. Once we have that kind of thing, then obviously it goes. Then everything is, marketing is very smooth. There are typical things which we have to do, and in this marketing, I got tremendous support from my actor, that is Kartik Aaryan and Kiara Advani. They went all out to do whatever we wanted them to do. And in fact, Kartik gave so many ideas also, means, okay, let's do this, let's do that. And and everybody was very, very particular about, okay, this film should work, not only for themselves or for the producers, but for the industry. So we tried all our activities, and thanks to my marketing team, they've really, really worked very hard, round the clock, thinking for the ideas, visiting the public place, and planning to do something at Magica, on launching a ride, which was a Bhool Bhulaiya ride. So it is many things put together, but there are regular things which obviously we have to do to catch the eyeballs, doing interviews and going to Kapil, going to dance programs and places. But I would like to add, means Kartik Aaryan did like a magical job in this. He slept for 4 hours, I guess. Whenever I used to speak to him, he used to, means even I used to talk to at 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the morning, and then I was sleeping, but I had a missed call from him at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
Tell him, okay, you don't sleep or what? So he used to tell me, sir, नींद नहीं आ रही है sir, इतनी excitement है कि ये film चल जाए, ये film चल जाए. So everybody was very, very positive about it, and I want to add this also. The entire industry was very positive about it. When the film got such great numbers, everybody SMSed me, saying, you have saved the industry, you have saved the industry. It is not we have saved the industry. We are part of the industry. We are one family. And we were also in the same boat. We also wanted this film to work, not from the profit point of view, because that profit and loss is part of the business, but from the point of view of the industry, because everybody was, putting up, writing, the Hindi films are not working, So we are very proud and happy that our Bhool Bhulaiya has worked, and the entire team did a great marketing. And marketing is really, really very important, but you should have the correct product which people should love.
Fair enough. So before I come down to my last question and request RUHAIL to chime in, I would want to understand, sir, I'm very inquisitive to understand that as a leader, how do you really keep up with the changing trends in cinema or music?
See, as I again told you, content is the game. We really work very hard on the content.
Yeah.
Content has to be very good. It has to be, we have to think for the future, what people will like in the future. So we keep on listening to the great content, and I'm very privileged to have so many people who are working with us like on an exclusive basis as a team, as a family. Be it Anand L. Rai, the renowned director, Mr. Anubhav Sinha, Om Rawat, Love Ranjan, Anurag Basu. We have very good people who are working with me. So, so we really work hard on the content. And as far as music is concerned, music is too much dependent on the ear sense. When people have, like I have inherited from my father. My father had great ear sense to judge music for public, and whenever I choose music, I don't choose it for my personal taste. I choose it for the public. So that kind of ear sense has given me means I can vouch for what kind of music will work. So that thing is really helping us as a music company. And in music is the melody is the king again. Every song should have melody, whether it's there is no futuristic thing. All futuristic things are only the sound, but the melody and the lyrics, melody lyrics are the same which was in 1970, 1980s or 90s. You pick up any song which has great melody, that has worked. So we really work very hard on the music on these fronts, and devotional is our very big market from long time, from my father's time. So we are really working hard on devotional also. We have released many devotional albums in last few months, and they have really done very well for us on all platforms.
Sure. Thank you, sir. May I request RUHAIL to please take over?
Thank you so much, Mr. Kumar. It was a wonderful conversation. I have one question from the independent artist point of view. A lot is being done by you. I have seen, you have the way you have, supported them. What all is lined up in 2022 as far as independent music and independent artists are concerned?
See, as we all know, in our country, every 50 kilometers languages change. And we have noticed that people relate to artist and content, means in different region in different ways. So we are definitely working very hard on these different languages. Regional languages are growing these days, like Bhojpuri, Himachali, Marathi, Gujarati. So we are definitely working towards that. Even Telugu market is doing very well. So all the artists, we are looking for great artists who are coming up, who are upcoming artists, and we are pushing them. Like we just signed artist who was very big in, she sung that song Manike. If you have heard that song Manike. So we are getting into this zone of getting into a regional in big way. Like Hindi, so we keep on doing. So we are targeting now regional artists and want to take the leap in that.
My final question is about, music as a genre has been clubbed with Bollywood, as the biggest label, in the music industry and in the film industry as well. How are you working to separate the two, music from Bollywood and make sure that pure music remains the way it is?
See that, I just mentioned in my earlier question. During the COVID time, we were only left with non-film music, and non-film music today has come at par, maybe little more as of now than Bollywood music. Because in non-film music, we get freedom to make the kind of song we want, the kind of song which people wants to listen. But with others, in Bollywood music, we are restricted to the situation of the film. If the film is not musical, if the film has situational music, then it is very difficult to do that. So there, now independent music, because it has grown a lot from last 2 years. So that takes the leap, and we are really concentrating again on non-film music in a very big way, and it is little higher today than uh, Bollywood music.
And there's one more point that I want to ask you. It is said that the music industry, the top-notch talent, very few are able to make entry into it, and new talent takes some time, to get exposed to that layer of, where the big work happens. At E-Series, how are you? What is there for new artists? What would you like to tell the new artists, who would be watching this?
See, we encourage new artists a lot. Means we are like when I took Zubain Notial, he was not big enough. And when I signed up Arman Malik also, he was also not doing very well. So we keep on encouraging new artists. We have recently signed Zara Khan also. She's now, so she has sung many songs. But she last sung Kusu Kusu, Dance Meri Rani. And but we definitely encourage new artists, and obviously the established artists have their fan following, so they definitely track more when it comes to a music label. But we at T-Series, we definitely encourage new artists. We have a platform on our Twitter, Instagram, where people can contact us, and all.
Right. And one, yeah. And one last point, I mean, for our viewers, I mean, TCs has the most following on digital. I mean, the biggest YouTube channel, right? What is lined up? I mean, I know you answered it, but I want to briefly discuss the big focus areas on digital in 2022. That's my final question.
Sorry, big focus area on, sorry?
On digital front, for T-Series.
See, today, every music works on digital platforms. So YouTube is very important because it has the visual medium to promote artists. As you just asked, okay, what we are doing for the artist, and also it is a very important platform. Today, the music is consumed not 90%, but mostly 100% on digital platforms. So all these digital sites where we sell music, that's very important for the independent artists which we are releasing, and for the catalog and everything, which it has grown such tenfolds, I guess, when we used to release in cassettes and CDs. So now this thing, the digital platform is very important.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kumar. It's a pleasure to talk to a leader who is setting the tone and the narrative in the music industry. Very grateful for your time and talking to us and sharing your thoughts. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much. Thank you.